in the healthcare arena mostly. I do work with entrepreneurs and startups, which helps me in the healthcare arena as well. Today, I'm going to speak a little bit about affiliations, formal and informal. It's about you, not about me. So if you have a question, please raise your hand in the middle. You're not going to throw me off. Well, you might throw me off, but I'll get quickly back on track. In my practice, I do a lot of work setting up businesses, setting up affiliations, doing mergers and acquisitions. But we also do what I call unscrambling the egg. That is, sometimes folks come to us who've entered into an affiliation or had a merger that didn't work. You'll hear me analogize throughout the morning about an affiliation being a lot like a marriage. In that case, I would be likened to a divorce lawyer. That is, we're unscrambling the egg. We're trying to figure out how we can separate these promises that were made earlier, and each of the partners or each of the constituents in the business can go forward. This is a view from probably 50,000 feet. There are a couple slides in this presentation where I've spent all days in seminars hearing experts talk about the issues that I've addressed. I'm not here to try to arm you with enough information so when you leave the room, you can take your 12 provider practice and merge it with a 25 provider practice. The idea is for you to get a sense of what goes on. At least from my perspective, when folks come to me and say, I'd really like your help with respect to an affiliation, I can tell you some of the issues I've seen. Again, using what I've learned as being the one who's sometimes charged with unscrambling the egg. It's like asking a pathologist why the patient died. We get to see and hear stories about folks who were entered into affiliations, and we take that information and we hope the next time we help somebody forge an affiliation, we can head those issues off. Because it's great to affiliate, it's great to merge, to gain efficiencies, and it's not so good when you have to unwind it, I can tell you. You spend time and money unnecessarily. The topic I said here was how to make more money, and I will concede to you in my practice, when healthcare providers come to my office, it's not like it's a get-rich-quick thing, right? You know that. I'm preaching to the choir on that. It's not even a get-rich thing. Folks who are doing what you do love what they do, and I usually don't hear, hey, this is, I'm going to make tons of money if I do this. I heard that earlier this week from a software client we represent, but those in healthcare usually tell me, I love what I do, and I'm afraid if I keep doing it the way I'm doing it, I'm going to go broke, right? So it's not about making more money. It's about not making less money. If I can stuff enough negatives in that sentence. Is you love what you do, you want to keep doing what you do, but this overlay that we have, this, and it might be pejorative to say this regulatory bureaucracy, and I don't mean to make it sound pejorative, I don't mean it that way. Some of the things that we now have to do as healthcare providers, it does deliver better care, it does make it more efficient. But your reporting, it goes into a database, and you do get the benefit of best practices. But that takes time, and so when you have what I would say a onesie or a twosie practice, one provider or two providers, my wife is in healthcare, she has her own practice, and she refers to herself, I would never refer to her as a dinosaur, but she refers to herself as a dinosaur because there aren't very many providers who are on their own anymore. They usually affiliate. Presentation is oriented toward two for-profit entities getting together. As you know, there's a lot of nonprofits in healthcare. I was going through some files at the turn of at New Year's. I usually clean out my stuff the week of New Year's, and I happened upon some records that I had from 10 years ago. As a firm, we usually determine who our biggest clients are. And of my 20 biggest clients, 12 of them were medical practices, and none of them exist now in their current form, in the form they existed 10 years ago. None. 0 out of 12. So 12 out of 20, and so 0 out of 12. And that's the way in behavioral health as it is in healthcare as well. So it's just becoming that